What's up, guys? Back with another Honkai Star Rail video, and with the Black Swan and Don Hang's banners quickly reaching the end, we are going to see the Sparkle and Jing Yuan banners soon, and of course we're going to get Sparkle's full official kit probably tomorrow, since tonight they posted Sparkle's like introduction stuff. They normally do that the day or two before their kits are dropped. So I will be doing a video on her kit and then a should you summon as well. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that. And while you're at it, like the video, you know. But anyway, let's get into should you summon for the king himself, King Yuan. Yes, sir. So, you know, not to sound biased or anything, this is actually my first 5-star. Well, sorry, first premium 5-star. I did not get Zele, and I actually saved for Jing Yuan because I will say what you want about Jing Yuan, his animations are cool. Like, Lightning Lord is such a sick concept, and I kind of wish that we had like a revisit of Lightning Lord in the future, maybe like a full power Jing Yuan or like another character that has a Lightning Lord, because he suffers from being one of the first characters where they weren't like super creative. He just kind of just like does his thing, right? Like, imagine like, you know, Jinglu transformation with like Lightning Lord for Jingyun. It'd be cool. But anyway, let's get into what he does. Jingyun is a 5-star Lightning Erudition character. That means he is AoE based and he has a follow-up attack. So with that in mind, let's get into his actual skills. So his first skill is a 100% attack basic. Pretty standard. That's pretty much just about every single character has this. Then his skill deals lightning damage equal to 100% of his attack to all enemies, increases Lightning Lord's hits per action by 2. We'll go over Lightning Lord's hits per action in a second. The only thing that sucks is his skill does the same amount of damage as his basic attack. That's kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. You know, if they want to shadow buff it or something, that'd be kind of neat. You know, he does like 120 at least, maybe 130. Like, you know, kind of rough having your skill do the same thing as your basic. But I mean, his skill, you want to spam it realistically, but still kind of rough, right? Then his ultimate, which deals lightning damage equal to 200% of his attack on all enemies, increases Lightning Lord's hits per action by 3 for the next turn. 20%. Bit more respectable than 100. I'm still, you know, a little hurt at the skill. Still am to this day. But, I mean, hey, at least his ult has more damage. But something that Jingyun suffers from is he doesn't do anything on his basic skill or ultimate except for help Lightning Lord. That's why a lot of people call Lightning Lord the actual character. But before I go on too much, let's go to his talent. His talent summons Lightning Lord at the start of battle. Lightning Lord has 60 base speed and 3 base hits per action. When Lightning Lord takes actions, his hits are considered as follow-up attacks, with each hit dealing lightning damage equal to 66% of Jingyun's attack to a random single enemy, and enemies adjacent to that also receive lightning damage equal to 25% of the damage dealt to a target enemy. The Lightning Lord's hits per action can reach a max of 10. Every time Lightning Lord's hits per action increases by 1, its speed is increased by 10. After the Lightning Lord action end, his speed and hits per action return to their base values. When Jingyun is knocked out, Lightning Lord disappears, and when Jingyun is affected by crowd control, the Lightning Lord will be unable to take action. Now, something that's unfortunate is when he's hit with CC and it's Lightning Lord's turn, Lightning Lord will pretty much use his turn and not attack, which is very rough. So if you want Jingyun, keep in mind you're going to want someone who dispels debuffs like Bronya, you know, Natasha, Lynx, Ho-Ho, one of those characters. Then we have his technique, which after technique is used, the Lightning Lord's hits per action in the first turn increase by 3 at the start of the next battle. Then we have his bonus traces, which are going to be after a skill is used, increase his crit rate by 10% for 2 turns. At the start of battle, immediately regenerates 15 energy. And then if Lightning Lord's hits per action is greater or equal to 6 in the next turn, its crit damage is increased by 25% for the next turn. And then his stats are 28% to attack, 12% crit rate, and 12.5% to defense. Now, I have a few issues with Jingyun. I have used Jingyun a lot. I actually have his light cone as well. I was prepped for him, right? Now, Jingyun is a cool character, right? But he suffers from a few things. Like I said before, if you get CC'd and you can't cleanse it, Lightning Lord goes, you kind of just lost out on most of his damage. Another issue is he doesn't actually do anything. Now let me explain. His basic attack deals damage. His skill deals damage. His ultimate deals damage. Outside of Lightning Lord, he just does damage. Well, actually, Lightning Lord doesn't even do anything. Lightning Lord also just does damage. Now, a lot of DPSs have like gimmicks, you know, they're boosting a stat, lowering a stat, you know, doing whatever. They have cool stuff. Jing Yuan doesn't really have that. Like Zele has her whole, you kill an enemy, you get another action, you know. Himiko has, when you break someone, she does a follow-up attack. I know Lightning Lord has like a follow-up attack thing as well, right? But they kind of have their gimmicks, right? Or they boost a stat. Like Jinglu, when she transforms, she gains crit rate and all that. Then, you know, we have like Yanqing has his follow-up attack, and then he does more damage when he's not hit. That's another character. Danhang, it just does a million damage. Ratio has his funny ultimate, he does follow-up attacks. You know, everyone has their kind of like their gimmick to them. Jing Yun's is technically Lightning Lord, and while Lightning Lord is a very cool gimmick, it only doing damage kind of hurts him a lot. I do wish, like, on his skill, maybe he had something like Argenti where he gains more energy, or maybe he lowered defense, or maybe on his ultimate he, gave himself like an attack buff, just a little something, because it's not a huge issue now. Like, you can use Jing Yuan to his full capacity and he will cook on stages, right? But it doesn't future-proof him too well. A unit like Bronya, right, is really like future-proof because she can cleanse, action advance, buffs characters. She does a lot of things, right? So even with a release of like, you know, another Harmony character like Sparkle, for example, she won't get completely overthrown because she'll do a few things that this character doesn't. And Jing Yuan doesn't really have that going for him. Not only is most of his damage in Lightning Lord, you also have to wait for Lightning Lord to actually show up. And while you can increase his speed, you can't do anything to like action advance it or just make it overall fast so it attacks a bunch. That's another issue. Even if you could, Jing Yuan has to get it to a certain amount to really do a lot of damage. The max is 10, which means you are going to have to spam his skill twice and to get 4 hits per action, and then that'll be at 7, and then you ult. So in realistic, you need to skill twice and then ult before Lightning Lord comes around, and that's not something you could do easily. So a lot of the time, Lightning Lord for me will be at 8 unless I have like someone like Bronya or like Ting Yan going crazy on him. But yeah, overall, he has his issues, right? I do really like the character, and in pure fiction, he does cook quite well when there is a passive that supports him, right? Obviously, he doesn't cook too much on the dot one because he's not a dot character, but on the first pure fiction, he did really well for me. I've used him in MOC and done pretty well, but compared to other damage dealers, he falls a bit short. Now, if you are going after dupes, the dupes aren't too bad. The first one with Lightning Lord attacks the damage multiplier on enemies adjacent to the target enemy increased by an extra amount equal to 25% of the damage multiplier against the target enemy, pretty much meaning Lightning Lord will do more damage on the side characters. His second dupe after Lightning Lord takes action, damage caused by Jing Yuan's basic attack, skill, and ultimate increased by 20% for 2 turns. This is rather nice, right? I wish this was kind of in his base kit to where if you have Lightning Lord at 10 stacks, he gives Jing Yuan a damage bonus. That will help him out a bit. Then 4 for every hit performed by Lightning Lord when it takes action, Jing Yuan regenerates 2 energy. That's also another one I wish was somehow implemented into his base kit. And then the last one, which is number 6. Each hit performed by Lightning Lord when it takes action will make the enemy target vulnerable. While vulnerable, enemies receive 12% more damage until the end of the Lightning Lord's current turn, stacking up to 3 times. That's another thing. Like I said, I wish that was somewhat in his base kit. I understand it's like it's E6, right? So it's like gonna be like strong and something the character doesn't do normally. It's how a lot of E6s are. But he could have definitely benefited from having like a little bit of something splashed into his kit. Even if it was something simple as like when you ult, you gain like 10%, 20% attack for like a turn or 2, right? But overall, I can't say with good conscience to summon for Jing Yuan unless you really, really like the character, or you really like Lightning Lord, or you really want a lightning DPS, and you somehow didn't summon for Kafka because she works a little bit better than Jing Yuan, unfortunately for him. I guess go for it then. There's just like I can't even say that. Like Acheron is coming up, and she's lightning. He's just in a bad spot. He's arguably the worst summonable character that's on the like special banners. He is sandwiched between, the start of the game where everyone's summoned on Zayla because it was the start of the game, so he didn't get like too much love compared to her. Then his rerun is right after Kafka, who people, say is better, and I using both, I'd say Kafka is definitely better, even without her full power dot team. And then the character after Jing Yuan is Acheron, which, if you know, you know. So not a good look for Jing Yuan. Honestly, please don't summon. Unless you are a diehard Jing Yuan fan, or you really like his VAs, or you really like Lightning Lord, don't summon. It's not worth it. However, I will say his light cone is pretty universally used on Erudition. Argenti's is either a little bit better or worse in some scenarios, and then Jing Yuan's is just like the best in slot for some characters. I think Himiko's also is getting a lot better with Pure Fiction, so if you have Himiko's, you can just use that. But Jing Yuan's light cone isn't too bad if you are a spender or you just want a Erudition light cone for like QQ or something like that. That one's not a bad option. Unfortunately, Jing Yuan himself is a little bit of a stinker. But other than that, that'll be it for the video. Let me know if you are summoning in the comments, if you've been saving for Jing Yuan for his rerun, if you're going for his light cone, if you're skipping for, Acheron or Aventurine, or if you're summoning on Sparkle instead of Jing Yuan. Let me know in the comments. And of course, like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Honkai style content. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.